You're jacked in, so you already know what time of the week it is. The Lost Boys are back. Wait, the Lost Boys. I didn't do the pun. I just said the thing. The Joss Boys are back. That's right. Daniel Ehrenberg. That's the one talking right now. And over there, Logan Adair. How's it going, buddy? Oh, you
Yeah,
don't like when I call you buddy. I'm sorry.
that's all right. It's all right. It's me, Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
He's the Lost Boy. I was making
Oh,
a joke
that's
about when
true.
you called us
That's
the Lost
good.
Boys.
That's good stuff.
Who
Yeah.
are the other ones? I can only really think of him.
I want to say Stephen Dorff is one of them.
No way.
I want to say Joaquin Phoenix is one of them.
No one.
Am I right about any of that? I haven't seen that movie in
No wonder
years.
Blade was after that guy. He was the Lost Boy.
Yeah. He's a vampire king.
He was the king.
No, he's not, and he's also not in the Lost Boys. I just looked it up. I made that up.
Oh, yeah. I think I would have
Um,
heard. I would have remembered that.
it's Jason Patrick, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. Of course, I forgot both Corys are in it, and Jamie Gertz, who's very sexy.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
anyway, guys, I'm not Kiefer Sutherland. I was just kidding. I'm your favorite assumed crash position, Logan. Right?
You know,
That's the
we
thing
could
that
cover
Tara
the
kept
Lost Boys. I
saying.
forgot that they made two direct-to-video sequels.
Really? I didn't know that either.
Yeah. One of them has uh Taylor Townsend from the
No
OC
way.
in it. Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, assume crash positions. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's a thing Tara kept going back to.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm assuming. I'm
Yeah.
making an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, that's a thing people like to say.
Yeah.
You know what happens when you assume? Make an ass out of you and me. Whatever.
Oh, fuck. 1 second.
Daniel just ran away from the podcast, it sounds like.
Oh, my headphones got caught in my microphone. It's terrible. All right, I'm back and better than ever. We're talking about an episode of Angel this week called That Old Gang of Mine, and an episode of Buffy this week called After Life. And boy, oh boy, is it going to be great. And we're going to start with Angel. All right, because we're going in an air date order, and Angel's on Mondays now, and Buffy's on Tuesdays.
Oh, so this is what we're doing going forward.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
for now.
All right, that's okay.
Okay. So this Angel episode aired October 8th, 2001. All
Okay.
right. Lot going on. Actually, I have a lot going on for both days. There's like weirdly a lot going on both days.
It's the 8th and then the 9th.
Yeah, the 8th and the 9th.
Okay.
All right. Let me update you on the box office from over the weekend.
Okay. Probably not
All right.
much change between the 8th and the 9th.
No.
be.
The box office, I'm only going to let you know the 8th.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
yeah, other stuff happened on the 9th. I'll tell you what though, 4 big movie releases came out this week. Okay?
Okay.
And I've seen all 4 of them, and you're gonna guess which one I saw in theaters because I only saw one of the 4 in theaters, and it's not gonna be the one you might think it is.
Well, now I'm gonna guess like the second one.
Damn
I
it!
think.
All right.
So,
All right. Debuting at number 1 at the box office, Logan. I want you to understand that when it comes to King Kong, he doesn't have shit on one particular man, and that's Denzel Washington. I'm talking about Training Day.
right. So I guess I won't say yet, but all right, good one.
All right, great film. Number 2, debuting at number 2 is Serendipity, which is a rom-com where it takes place over years, and John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale, they keep just missing each other. Just missing each
Something
other.
about a bookstore. Right
Yeah,
about that?
I think they meet in a bookstore, and maybe not. I don't
And I
know.
think they
Okay,
go ice skating.
okay, definitely part of it is one of them writes their phone number in a book, and it's like if this book ends up with that person, then it's meant to be.
It's
Which
serendipity.
it's serendipity, which is crazy. That would never happen in a million years.
Well, if it did, that's what's so serendipitous about it.
I guess you're right about that. But they do end up together at the end of the movie. I'll let you know that part.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Serendipity. Number three, coming back from last week in its second weekend. I'll never tell, except I will tell. It's don't say a word. And number
Wow.
four, Zoolander, 9/11's Zoolander. Now,
So that's the obvious pick, right?
no, but
Zoolander.
don't say a word in Zoolander are in their second weeks. Okay,
Okay.
I'm
So
I'm saying Training Day, Serendipity, and our number 5 and 6 movies. Number five, debuting at number five, Joyride, baby.
yeah.
That's right.
Candy cane.
Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, Lily Sobieski, maybe the most perfect 2001 cast you can assemble. All right.
It's
And
not true.
it could be. And written by the great J.J. Abrams.
Wow. He's
Yeah.
important. Or
Yeah.
he was.
I know. I don't know what he's doing now.
You know?
And debuting at number 6, it was a big movie, Logan.
Mm-hmm.
But what was even bigger was Max Keeble's Move.
So you didn't see that one. I guess you
No.
saw Training Day in the theater.
No, I saw Serendipity in theaters.
Oh. Yeah. All right.
That's right. And
Why?
I remember,
Why did you see that one?
I'll tell you why. We were upstate visiting my sister. It was the whole family upstate visiting my sister at college. All right.
Yeah.
And we went out to the movies one night, and that's what, like, as a family, we decided to go see.
Dang. That sucks, dragging your like 10-year-old kid to serendipity.
I was 16, sir.
Oh, you're 16?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine actually.
Are you kidding me? I was down to see some Kate Beckinsale action.
You're right. I had already seen and loved The Notebook by that point. I would have been open to rom-com. When I was 16,
Am I
Crazy
16?
I don't know. Crazy
Yeah,
Stupid
15,
Love was like
15.
my
I'm
favorite
15.
movie when I was 15 though.
Wow.
So I understand going to see this actually.
Yeah. Did you like all the twists?
I loved it. Yeah.
Logan, you got to watch yourself. Well, I remember last time you told me you loved Crazy Stupid Love. I made you watch that movie Life Itself because it's written by the same guys.
Yeah, that didn't turn out the same way. But that's a good one.
You got to watch though. Add to your TV list. This Is Us.
Yeah, heard about that.
I'm telling you, from the creator of Crazy Stupid Love. And if you love Crazy Stupid Love, you'll love This Is Us.
They're little kids, but then also adults.
That's right. It's
Milo,
all about
Ventimiglia.
these whole people's, yeah, Milo Ventimiglia and Mandy Moore are the parents in the flashbacks, right? And then we follow the kids as adults as well. Milo Ventimiglia is dead, but Mandy Moore has an old lady makeup.
And that's very, very dramatic show. Lots of heartbreak.
Logan,
cancer.
you've never seen drama until you've seen This Is Us. All
Okay.
right.
I do like dramatic shows. Like
Family drama, racial drama, fat people drama,
cheating,
Alzheimer's drama, cheating drama, work drama, everything.
suicides, I assume.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
like anything you could think of.
Yeah. Anything.
Vietnam War drama.
Johnny falls off
I
a
bet
cliff.
you weren't expecting that. Johnny? Who's Johnny?
I was thinking about the OC storylines. There's
sure.
a war plot line.
Yeah, there's Vietnam War flashbacks with Milo Ventimiglia and his brother, played by Michael Angarano. You know that guy?
Yeah, from Sky High.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. But you know what's weird?
What?
Like, we see Mandy Moore young, and when she's old, it's Mandy Moore in old age makeup.
Yeah, but they recast.
But yeah, we see Michael Angarano young, but when he's old, it's Griffin Dunn.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Griffin Dunn is around.
Yeah. Strange stuff. All right.
This show's done. I might actually check this out.
It's done. 6 seasons and out, baby.
All right. I might do that.
All right. Let's talk about the CBS Monday night lineup.
Yes.
I'll tell you, this was airing against Angel, and this was tough to beat, baby, because I'll tell you what, I was watching the 8 to 9 hour live. This is how I ran things back then.
Mm-hmm.
The 8 to 9 hour, King of Queens and Yes Dear. Okay? I'm watching that live. Love it. Love every second of both of those shows. Then what I'm doing is I'm setting a VCR to record the 9 to 10 CBS hour of Everybody Loves Raymond and Becker.
Then what do you do in
All
that
right.
time?
And I'm watching Angel.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So that's how that shit went down, baby.
Love it. And your parents or your sister, were they annoyed with you?
My sister's away at college. Don't even worry about it.
Oh.
My dad doesn't spend any time with me, so that's fine. And my mom watches most of those shows.
Okay, so three very different dynamics with those people
That's
going
right.
on.
That's right.
I like it.
But I was loving it. That was 3 hours of excellent TV every Monday night for the D train.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah. All right. And hey, I'll tell you what else was going on Monday nights. Monday Night Raw.
Of course.
Uh-huh. And what a night it was on October 8th, 2001. When's the last time you can remember a Monday Night Raw having two major title changes?
Oh, I have no idea.
That shit never happens. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so most importantly, Stone Cold Steve Austin wins his sixth and final world championship,
Hmm.
beating Kurt Angle in the main event.
Okay, that's big.
All right. And Booker T and Test, that weird mongrel
Test. This is a
team.
test.
That's right. They were the tag team champions at the time. And on this night, they lost those belts to our old friends, the Hardy Boys.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. When do they come
Recently,
in, WWE?
98 or 9.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
sweet.
And they just re-debuted in TNA. You might think they're
No.
over the hill, and they are, but the most recent TNA pay-per-view, Matt Hardy was challenging for the world championship in the main event.
Is Jeff
Uh,
drunk?
and Jeff claims to be sober these days.
Oh, that's great.
We don't know though. We never know.
We never know.
Jeff was claiming to be sober in AEW, and then footage leaked of him blackout drunk at a bar playing guitar, and then he got suspended. So you never know with Jeff.
He could have been sober that day when he said, "I'm sober," and then something terrible could have happened.
You gotta just stay sober when you're sober. That's the thing.
It's
I mean,
hard.
he's in his 40s. He's got to know this shit by now. He's had more than enough second chances.
I
All right.
know. I know.
All right. Okay, Jeff. We wish the best for you, pal. I'm a fan. I got to see him live last year at an AEW event, and it was still exciting for me to see Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. The
Even
only
though
wrestling
he
event.
botched a jump off the top rope.
No way.
Yeah.
I feel like Shawn Michaels was botching a few things. I don't know if it was his fault or not. Maybe Tatanka's fault, but he was botching a few. The only wrestling event I ever went to, I was so excited to see Jeff Hardy, and then he wasn't there. I think because he like was suspended for drinking
Oh,
a few weeks
God.
prior.
Yeah, you
Made me
never
so
know with that
sad.
guy, whether he's going to be around or not.
Yep.
All right. That's all I got for this one. Let's get into Angel. This
Oh yeah, I
episode,
thought we were talking about wrestling just now.
I know you did. You were like to Shawn Michaels, and I was like, save it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
But
really thought we were talking about wrestling.
we're doing two podcasts this morning, gang. Might get
Yeah.
confused. All right. Let me say that this episode was written by the great Tim Minear,
Yeah, your favorite.
my favorite. Although he says this is his least favorite episode of Angel that he's written.
All right, that's fair enough.
He said he does not. He says he thinks it's his worst script, and it was not helped by poor direction. And I was like, whoa, calling out the director. And I guess it worked because Fred Keller, who this is his third episode after Disharmony and Over the Rainbow last year, both good episodes.
Yeah.
He's only got one more after this, and then he's done.
I feel like I liked that actor who played Geo, but I don't think he matched like this type of character. I feel like the dialogue they were giving him, I was thinking like, ooh, he could be scary if they cast somebody better. But this guy was given like slimy, but not imposing ever. And I thought the dialogue that Minear wrote was actually pretty good, but the actor didn't translate. Maybe
I would say he's not the problem with this episode. I actually think he's great.
Geo. Okay, that's
yeah.
fair.
I'm a big fan of that Geo guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was a regular on the show Girlfriends we've talked
All
about.
right.
and he was in the film Juice with Tupac Shakur.
That's why I want to say I liked him. I just don't think he really matched this type of character.
And I'll tell you one other great credit of his. There was a TV movie, like right when Tiger Woods first came out and he was famous. There was a TV movie called The Tiger Woods Story, and he played Tiger Woods.
That's really cool credit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
All right. But let's get into your thoughts on that old gang of mine. Scrote them notes.
Okay. Well, I think we can give you a break. That wasn't like a racial thing, I think, right? Maybe.
What?
Whenever you said the gang early on.
Oh yeah, I think I'm thinking of this shit.
Yeah. Well, at least we'll say that even if you weren't. Because I was watching this, I was like, all right, we'll completely give him a pass about that early
The
on.
more
Because there's
I
a whole
thought
episode about it.
Yeah, the more I thought about it, the more I think gang, like that nomenclature, I think I started using it referring to guns people when this happened.
Yeah. So it all clicked here.
Yeah.
Merle is back. Remember Merle from last season? That old monster.
Well, he was back already this season.
No way.
You don't remember that?
Merle was on one of the first two episodes.
I think so. Yeah.
I think I would have remembered that. Merle.
No, remember they said he's like back in town. He'd like gone away for a while.
Oh, we didn't see him.
We did.
That's crazy. Check that. Merle has a credit on the first two episodes. Look that up. I don't know if that's true. But anyway,
God, this guy questioning me.
I just don't remember Merle. We really talked about Merle,
we did. We talked about Merle. It was 2 weeks ago, though. You know, because
oh yeah, maybe that's why I don't remember.
You know how much I know Merle? I was able to search him on IMDb just now by the actor's name.
Andy Hallett? No, wait.
No, that's Lorne.
Yeah, that's Lorne.
How dare you? Yep, he's in episode 1 of this season.
Oh shit. Yeah, maybe it's because it was so long ago at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
6 episodes altogether for Merle, and this is the final one because he dies.
Yeah. R.I.P. Merle. Didn't see that coming, honestly. He popped up. I was like, oh, we got Merle back on the show. And then the very next scene, he was gone from the show. Yeah. But that was cool. So
he's really dead. Like, no chance of bringing him back. Super fucking dead.
Well, I don't know if that's true. Lorne was decapitated and we brought him back.
Yeah, but this guy, he gets cut up to sludge, basically.
Sludge. That's a good word. But it starts out, Angel, he's apologizing to Merle. And I thought, or I think you're supposed to think the way they do it. You're supposed to think he's talking to Darla, I think, because the last thing you see on the previously on.
Oh, like that's Darla. Smart. Yeah, and also that was the last thing we saw at the end of episode 2.
What was that?
We saw her, like, remember that dude rubbing her belly?
Oh yes, I forgot about that plot line. Yeah, but the last thing I was previously on is whenever he was like telling Darla, like, get out of here. If I see you again, I'm gonna have to kill your ass. And it starts out he's apologizing, and I was like, and I think that's what you're supposed to think. But he's talking to Merle, but he couldn't remember his apology. He wrote it all down, right?
Yeah, he took notes.
That was a big thing. And Angel's pretty aggressive in this episode. It starts here where he's like, Merle, I'll give you a free shot. Come on, hit me with your best shot. I felt like Angel wasn't himself this episode. It was a little weird. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
I don't know. I didn't feel that way. I think I might like this episode more than anybody because, like,
anybody,
because even Tim Minear hates this episode, and I
think
it's good.
Loves it.
I don't know. I don't know if he does. You know, it's a white show.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. Anyway,
I think he's only so aggressive here because we set up like the force field is still at Caritas because he tries to hit him but he can't.
Yeah, right? That really stood out to me as obvious exposition, but I don't know if it did to you because you didn't know where the episode was going.
No, it did. Yeah, it did. And so Merle, he says he needs a ride home, so Gunn ends up dropping him off. I thought that was a nice moment from Gunn. He's always dependable, great guy, Gunn. And
what do you mean he's always dependable? He showed up at the last second to go to Pylea. We had no idea whether he was going or not.
You're right. He had other responsibilities.
Yeah, to his gang.
Right.
To George's funeral.
Right.
Hey, I noticed in this scene, by the way, you know how Josh, our good friend Josh, he's been so horny for Wesley lately?
Yeah.
I paid attention to Wesley in the scene, and his hair really does look good.
I thought it looked way better in the last episode. This one, it looks like
Oh,
they just got done with battle, and he's like all sweaty.
yeah, I think I like that.
Oh, that's fine. Last episode, it looked like all freshly done. I don't know,
Coiffed.
coiffed. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And so we see Merle. Gurren drops Merle off, and then Merle goes inside, and we see him die. Like we see him fucking
Yeah,
get all sludged up. And then we see Gunn dreaming of his sister Alana. We've only saw Alana in that one episode, I'm pretty sure, but here she's back. I thought it was very cool to see Alana.
yeah. We got footage from season 1, episode 20, Warzone.
That wasn't a premiere. I thought that was a premiere.
Nope. That's Gunn's first appearance. He's in the last 3 episodes of season 1.
Shit. Yeah, yeah, you're right. We don't see any new footage. It's all just the previous archive footage that we've already seen.
Yeah,
And but Gunn really tortured, still dreaming about what happened with his sister. And he killed her. I don't know if people remember that or not, but he had to kill his sister.
that's right.
And it's a big thing here where Gio's like, I think that you killed her because you got her killed so that she would turn you, but then she said no, so then you killed her. I think that's what happened. It's like his version of things.
Well, it's sort of like they all take whatever Gunn said as fact because Gunn was the leader at that time. But like none of them were there. So Gio's trying to like sow doubt in the crew.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how great Gunn is. Gunn's not lying.
That's
He's telling
right.
the truth.
Gunn would never lie, even though he lies in this episode.
What's he lie about?
He doesn't tell them that he knows where that arrow came from.
True. You're right. And he steals it, gives it to him. But he comes clean at the end.
He
It all works
does,
out.
but not in time for Caritas to get fucked up again.
You're right. You're right. So what happens basically is the next day, Angel heads over to Merle's to go apologize about everything that happened, but he discovers Merle's dead body, so he calls Wesley and Gunn or beeps him. Right, he wakes up to his beeper
Right.
going off, and we get there, and that's where we find the arrow that Gunn ends up taking, and we some weird stuff here. Angel, he whispers, "Little creep," but he was talking about
He
Merle,
doesn't
not
find
Gunn.
the arrow here. He finds that at that apartment later.
Whose apartment is that?
Remember they like go to a bookie that was like working with Merle and he's dead too.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little later on. Right.
But anyway,
I
yeah,
jumped the gun.
good stuff, man.
uh, yeah.
Angel brought donuts.
He did. He said, I couldn't have been me. I brought the donuts. And they were like, oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
You got it. Really got us there. And so we talked to Rondell. Gunn goes back home, talks to Rondell. It's
Wow,
like a big,
great
it's
job
almost like,
knowing it's Rondell.
well, I did have questions until I confirmed it. I got to be honest. But yeah, but there's like it's almost like a big standoff. But then Rondell luckily shows up to really smooth things out.
Oh,
And we,
right, because there's like I guess so many people in the crew now that weren't even there when Gunn was leader
yeah,
that like
they never seen
they
him.
don't recognize him when he first walks in.
Right. Rondell introduces everybody. We learn Gio is from Miami. And Miami also has a hellmouth kind of? Do we
They
learn
don't
that?
say that, but he does imply that
There's
demons are there.
vampires.
Yeah. We only know of hellmouths in Sunnydale and Cleveland.
Why are they in Cleveland?
Well, they say that in the Wish, the
Hmm.
alternate universe where like Buffy never came to Sunnydale. They
Yeah.
say that she was in Cleveland, and there's another hellmouth over there.
All right, I guess. So one that would make sense. One in Cleveland, which is like kind of the middle, and then one in LA, one in Miami.
Right.
The three
Where do you think
hellmouths.
there are hellmouths overseas?
Afghanistan.
Yep.
Gotta be one over there. It's gotta be one in Japan
Yeah, could
and
be.
in Australia. Those are the three.
I love it.
There
You
we
nailed
go.
it. Yeah. Maybe one in Antarctica.
Now you're getting ahead of yourself.
Really cold hellmouth. There's all ice demons up there and shit.
They'd freeze as soon as they exit the hellmouth. That'd be kind of fun.
That
Love
would
it.
be fun. But you know what? Vampires, I mean, it's maybe not comfortable, but you won't die of that sun.
True. To die by the Aurora Borealis. Boreanis, Aurora
That's
Boreanis.
right, the Aurora
What a
Borealis
great
is
joke that was.
one of the best Family Guy jokes ever.
They said that.
Yeah, there's an episode of Family Guy where Brian and Stewie see the Aurora Borealis, and it's just David Boreanaz's face.
Holy shit. Like an animated David Boreanaz?
No, they used like a live action picture of his
No
face,
way.
and it's just in the eye.
How many live action things are there in The Simpsons?
It's Family Guy, first of all. Don't get
Oh,
the
you're
two
talking about Family
confused.
Guy.
Yeah.
Still.
No, I know. It was wild shit.
Wow, my mind would have been blown probably. Um, so I don't know. So Gio's like he's really upset because Gunn works for a vampire. He's like all about killing vampires, but also he works for one. What's that all about? I don't know. But back at the hotel, Angel talks to Cordelia. He says, "Fred, you got to bring Fred out of her shell a little bit. Talk to her, maybe make her open up. That'd be really nice." Was Angel wearing leather pants?
He was, and it bothered me because I feel like he should only wear leather pants when he's Angelus.
That's funny. And we should draw attention to it if he's wearing leather pants. We didn't
Logan,
even do it.
I texted you a picture of the Aurora Borealis.
Oh shit. All right, I'm looking at it live on air. Oh my god, guys, you gotta check it out. It's amazing. He's just smiling right at him, looking at him.
Yeah, and you know, not his only crossover with Family Guy, because there was Family Guy characters on Bones once.
On Bones? Why?
Yeah, I don't know, it was just cross promotion for Fox, but it was terrible.
What the hell is going
Yeah.
on? There was some show that they did where there was an episode like on The Bachelor. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I believe you're talking about the most recent season of 911.
Yes, you do watch that show. I forgot
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
There
Have you
was an
seen this
episode.
episode?
I have. I'll talk about 911 on the Hey, I'm watching here tomorrow because I finished the
Okay.
season. But yeah, there was one episode this season that opened with them having to go investigate a thing at the Bachelor Mansion. All
Yeah,
right.
like the opening ceremony, like when they all introduce themselves out
Yeah,
in the
yeah. It was
front.
the limos.
Yeah, the
And
limo entrances.
and we got great cameos by both Jesse Palmer, the host of The Bachelor, and most recent Bachelor himself, Joey.
Wow. So the real Bachelor was there.
That's right. But none of the women were correct.
Yeah, right. That's pretty awesome. So we'll hear about that. Next, what happened? We were at the hotel. Oh, we get a list of, I like this. Cordelia was working on a list of Merle's enemies to try to find out what happened to him. And Angel, it was on the list. And he was like, "What am I doing on this list? We were friends." And they're like, were you really though? You like threatened him all the time, blew up his spot. So I don't know about all that. They talk about Alana dying, pretty sad stuff. I don't know. What did you think about all the gang scenes? Do you like all that?
um, the gun rondell scenes, I feel like don't hit as well as they maybe are intended to, but I like Geo. Like, you know what? Like the first couple times I watched this episode, I had a real problem with that character, but it was really just because he's so fucked up. Like he says some fucked up shit, but a lot of what he says makes sense. And it's an interesting racial metaphor watching like black guys kill demons indiscriminately. It's almost like they're like the cops in real life and like the demons are black people.
Yeah.
It's there's levels to it. And I think that part of the episode works for me. But like the stuff with like, you know, you ain't been right since Alana. You know, it was before George. It was Alana. Like that stuff doesn't work great for me.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. I think watching this episode more might work more for me. But in the moment I felt like Geo might have been miscast. But I did like the actor, but it's just I felt like there were two completely different things pulling at each other. There was like this Geo, the actor, and then like what they wrote.
I agree, and I think part of that is maybe what bothers my near about it. Like tonally, the episode is definitely weird and a little bit all over the place. But I don't know. There's a lot going on. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. It's ambitious.
it's pretty deep episode. A lot of
Yeah.
complexity to it. Yeah, that's good. And so we break in to another apartment. Is this where we find the thing?
What thing?
The arrow at like this other apartment.
Oh,
I don't know.
yes. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of short scenes I felt like in this episode.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
missed the days of Pylea a little bit, where like everything was so fleshed out. Here
Well,
it
it
was
could
just like
yeah,
boom, boom,
this
boom,
could
boom,
have been
boom.
an arc, but it's just a
Yeah,
one episode thing.
true. They could. Yeah, they should have let this breathe maybe a little bit.
Hmm.
But yeah. So we see that guy in the sewer. I liked that guy.
Oh, Logan, the scene with the demon in the sewer drinking the Big Gulp.
Yeah,
It's one of the like whenever I talk about Angel, that's one of the first things I think of.
that's
Like
crazy.
I will always remember this scene. I find it absolutely heartbreaking. I think there's no character on TV I've ever felt worse for than this demon with the big gulp.
Yeah, because he's just trying to enjoy life. He's really just trying to get through the day with his big gulp. And he's so helpless. Like he sees the guys and he's like, "Oh no!" And he tries to like
He
run away,
even
but he's so
says
fat.
"Who's there, please?"
Oh, that was so
Oh
sad.
my god! And then they just
Please.
shoot him with Uzis. It's a miserable scene.
It really is. I like that guy too. He was fat and cute and
Yeah,
sad. R.I.P. to him. He didn't have a name.
I don't think so. He's just the
Big
saddest
gulp
man in
monster.
TV history.
R.I.P. to him. So we go. Oh, so this is where we are. We're at the place. We find an arrow or whatever. And Gunn, he shows up. He's like, "Why are we even? These are demons. Why are we? We don't investigate demon deaths. Who cares? Demons die all the time. Like that's what they have coming to them or whatever." And he's like, "Cordelia didn't have any visions." And it was at this point I was like, "Oh yeah, Cordelia didn't have a vision this episode. This is all just we're just doing this just because a little bit."
Yeah.
And I like that we stuck with that. Like no Cordelia vision this whole episode.
You
Maybe at
know,
first.
I'll tell you what, there's an interesting thing about this episode that it was actually planned to be the second episode. I
Yeah.
think they filmed this one before the other one, and like this one required like more like post production and shit, and so they swapped them. So there's a couple of things that are a little out of place in this episode. One is that they're encouraging Fred to go out for the first time when we already saw her go out to Cordelia's apartment in the previous episode.
Yeah. Right.
And if you'll recall the beginning of episode 2, that vision thing, there's some discussion about how Cordelia hasn't had a vision in a long time.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of that is that she doesn't have one in this episode.
So this got pushed back a week, like a
Yeah,
few
yeah.
episodes.
They swapped 2 and 3.
Yeah, those two things make much more sense the way you're
Yeah.
describing them. By the way, I guess we should say, but before we killed the big gulp guy, we didn't know that Geo was the one killing them. I don't think.
Right, but Geo threatened Gunn earlier in the episode with this like arrow rig that Gunn had created. And when they go to this apartment, Gunn recognizes the arrow as having come from that rig.
No, I don't. I don't think because here is where we get to the apartment where we find the arrow. So I don't think up until now he doesn't even know the arrow, and we had already had the sewer scene.
No, but we had set up the arrow earlier in the episode. We saw Geo holding that shit. And so when Gunn picks it up, he's like, oh, that's that arrow thing.
So okay, so we'd already had two arrow things up to this point, so we already
Yeah.
kind of know that. Okay, I feel like it all clicked for me in the sewer when I saw them. I was like, oh shit, they're the one killing people. So I didn't catch that
No,
moment.
you are. It's setting it up for later in the episode. When Gunn shows up at the gang or whatever, Geo holds an arrow to his throat. Okay. So it's setting it up for later that when they find that arrow in this demon's apartment, Gunn knows that Geo is the one who is involved.
But as an audience, we know when the sewer
We
monster
figure it
dies.
out in the sewer. Gunn figures it out soon after when he finds that arrow.
Right. Okay. We're on the same page. Yeah. So that's what happens. We go there. Yeah. It's a Yarbney. That's what the sewer
I
monster was
know, and
called.
that's so sad too.
The
I don't know.
name.
There's something about starts with a Y. There's like an arb in it. I don't
Arb.
know. It feels sad to me.
B with an N like back to back isn't
Yeah,
normal.
I know.
Yarbney. That's like not a normal thing. Yeah. It's pretty sad. But basically, yeah, we take Gunn ends up stealing the arrow and takes it back home. And there's like a big thing where he's like tells Geo like you gotta chill out. You're being a little too reckless out there. I don't know, something about primo hunting. I wrote that down. Thought that was fun. I don't know. We go back to the hotel and we see Fred go outside. So Cordelia goes out and she talks to her. She says we should go do some stuff. Go out. And what I wrote in parentheses, I wrote bad girls? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
You thought you were
I,
gonna see like Cordelia and Fred dancing at a club?
yes, totally. I thought we were gonna have our own version of that. But no, we didn't do that. So we go to the Caritas, right?
Yeah. So
That's what.
yeah. So it turns out that when like Rondell was telling Gunn like Geo found some kind of a nest that we're gonna like hit up tonight. He's talking about Caritas.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't put that together until when they showed
Awful.
up. Yeah, but Fred, she's singing Patsy Cline, "Crazy." You like that
Oh
one?
yeah. Good job knowing that was Patsy Cline.
I looked it up. I didn't know it immediately. I looked up "Crazy Old
Not
Woman."
not the first time we've heard Patsy Cline in the Buffyverse, huh?
Really?
Yeah, you got Xander at the end in Prophecy Girl. When he asks Buffy out and she turns him down, he's at home listening to "I Fall to Pieces" by Patsy Cline.
Wow, look at that. That's a amazing
Mm-hmm.
callback. You think that's intentional from them? Probably not. I don't know.
Probably just Joss Whedon likes Patsy Cline.
Yeah, you probably. And so yeah, that's fun. So Gunn shows up and he sees Wesley and Cordelia. He doesn't really want to talk to them. He's afraid because he's been like working with the other side. He took some evidence from them. And Lorne, this I don't understand Lorne's abilities because he like talks to Gunn for a second and Gunn's like, "You better not be reading my mind." But then there's like also like in the previously on, it was like there's like a line where Lorne's like, "And I can only read your mind if you're singing the song." I don't understand. Can he
I
just do
think
it whenever he
I
wants?
think if you are like obsessing over something where it's like the only thing on your mind, like
It's just
Lorne can
emanating
just
off
set.
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He just feels that shit, but like he can smell it.
Yeah.
But if you are yeah, but if like you're just sort of like I don't know what to do next in my life, I need you to like let me know what my destiny is or whatever. You got to get up and sing.
Okay. And this was just so it was all he was thinking about, really.
Right.
And so yeah. So I thought that Fred was doing a great job, by the way. I loved it.
Singing?
Yep. I thought it was beautiful.
I thought it sounded nice, but she was like all off beat.
Right. She's on purpose like doing it off key or whatever, but I enjoyed it. I like her voice. I don't know.
Yeah, and she's got a cute southern accent, so it works for Patsy Cline.
It did. It was like real twangy. And yeah, the demon that starts getting they all get shot at by
You know
Geo
what
and all
Fred
his
should
friends.
sing?
What?
Um, you know, fuck. I was trying to think of that line I like from our song.
Uh our song?
Yeah, Taylor Swift's Our Song.
Right, but what's the one you like in that one?
You know the line.
I mean, I think all that song is iconic. I was thinking the one all of your best friends, but that's like not that's a different one.
That's a good one too. No, I was thinking of uh well, I'm looking it up. This is driving me nuts.
That's in Burn,
Yeah.
Picture to Burn.
Right, right. I can't even find it, man. Just fucking skip this shit.
You know, it's real slow. That one?
Real slow. That's it.
Because
Thank
it's like,
you.
and your mama
Thank you
don't know.
so much.
Wow, I was just singing it to
And
myself.
she
I got
talks
there.
real slow.
That's Fred should sing that one. You're saying?
Yeah, I think that's what Fred should sing next at Caritas.
Yeah. Angel is over before Taylor Swift was a
That's
thing.
true. What a bummer. They never crossed over.
She would have been a huge hit at Caritas.
I agree.
We should bring Angel back just to get T Swift.
Definitely.
Only T Swift songs to like
Yeah, they
atone
should
for our
do a
mistakes.
musical episode of Angel where each character gets to sing one T Swift song. What song would each of them sing?
Hmm. I'd really have to take a look at all the songs.
Yeah.
Um,
Gunn would sing "Look What You Made Me Do."
it would sing it right at Rondell
Yep.
or Geo. Did Geo die? What happened to Geo? I forget.
No, I think he bails back to Miami at the end. Or no, he gets his head ripped off by that fucking demon
Oh
guy.
yeah, that
Yeah,
quiet guy who's all like, "Oh
yeah.
no, we're all gonna die." Yeah, that's fun. But anyway, so yeah, we're at the Caritas, and there's like a big standoff or whatever. And why did Gio let Cordelia leave? Cordelia's like, one of us can leave.
Because he wanted Cordelia to bring back Angel.
Oh, I didn't get that. I feel like
Yeah. He's like, let bring your boss back. Let's talk to him. To Gun or whatever. And so yeah, he just figures like Angel's not a threat in Caritas because there's no demon violence allowed. But he doesn't know that Angel knows three sexy ladies
yeah,
that
he
can,
doesn't
that
just
can
know
help him
them.
out.
He knows them very
He
intimately.
knows them carnally.
Angel.
There's a classic blooper on the Angel season 3 DVD, Logan,
Hmm.
where during that scene, they're filming that scene, they're going like, Angel. And then Boreanaz just walks into the scene and goes, "I'm here, ladies."
Is it a blooper or like a deleted scene?
No, it's not. It's just Boreanaz playing a prank on the set.
I'm here, ladies. You called. That's hilarious. Um,
Yeah,
I hope they come back. Those three.
I don't remember. They might.
That was very funny though.
I remember that was the commercial for this episode. That was like all they showed in the commercial was those three ladies. They're like, watch Angel tonight. There's some sexy ladies.
Yeah, they were sexy ladies. And yeah, so that's Angel's plan. He tells Cordelia, like, go visit some people, tell them Angel sent you, and lift the thing at Caritas. I'll repay the favor, whatever. And so we go
What
back to
is
Caritas.
repaying the favor? Does he go and fuck these ladies after
Yeah,
this?
right. I think so, right?
I guess so.
Because like they lift it and he's in Caritas and he's like, I really owe them one. He says to himself, like,
Is
oh
that
wow,
where he's going? Like at the end of the episode, he says to Gunn, like, "I know I'll trust you if you have to kill me, and you do." And then you see him just like walk off down an alleyway. Is he like?
mm,
You think that's where he's headed?
yeah, I think so, probably. Yeah, it's awesome. So really adds a layer to the episode, kind of.
Yeah,
Angel's about to get laid afterward.
that's nice.
When's the last time, Darla? Last season?
Yeah, Darla. I mean, how is it not perfect happiness boning those three ladies?
Yeah, that's a good point. He should not have a soul anymore. Come next episode, that'd be hilarious. That'd be so funny. So we go back to Caritas. Gio, you're the wind beneath my wings.
Yeah,
You are the
terrible
wind
job, by the way.
beneath. You like that song though?
Obviously an incredible song by Barbara Streisand, one of our
I thought it was Bette
all-time.
Midler.
Is it? Oh, I think
I
you're
looked it
right.
up and I wrote down Bette Midler
Yeah, no, I think you're right
because I was
about that.
surprised to learn that was like her original.
Yeah. Well, she sings in a movie, doesn't she?
Maybe, but that's like when you learned uh, "I Will Always Love You" is Dolly Parton from that movie. That's kind of like what my experience learning Bette Midler saying this song here.
Wind Beneath My Wings is oh no, it was just on her. Oh yeah, Beaches. Yeah, that's what it's from.
Beaches.
The movie Beaches.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he first started singing, I thought it was Hero by Mariah Carey. But I figured it out pretty quick.
Yeah. You were way wrong.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. We learn a little bit of Gio's backstory, but not really. But Lauren says somebody was telling him that they trusted Gio in Miami, but then he like abandoned them.
It's not someone told him. He's sensing this off of Geo. But like
Right, I know. So he knows that someone told Gio that, like someone in Gio's life
right,
told.
right. He really let somebody down back in Miami.
Right.
I think Andy Hallett's great in that scene.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's been always great, I think.
Yeah, and then when he gets and Geo punches him, and then when he's like he looks up like bleeding but still smiling,
Yeah, pretty
like
badass.
fuck you, dude. Yeah, it's great
Yeah,
Lauren moment.
I agree. One of the best so far. I'm glad you pointed that out. Does Gunn kill somebody?
There's a demon who eats babies, and he kills that guy.
I don't know. I thought this we really just stand off for the last few moments of the episode, and then Fred steals a crossbow. Right?
Right, right. She tries something here.
You might think heel turn from Fred, but no, she just has a great plan. And she's like, I'm gonna shoot you in the neck, and your carotid artery is gonna bleed. You're gonna bleed out in T minus 3.5 minutes because I'm like a genius and know everything. Uh, very funny. And then so the force field goes out. Yeah, Angel says, "Thank you, ladies. I owe you one." And I think he means one fuck sesh,
Yeah,
basically.
per lady.
Yeah. What do you mean? You don't think it was all at once?
No, no, no. I do think it was all at once, but it's like you got to get in each of them at least once during the sesh.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god. There's the big guy. I forgot what he was saying early on, but he was like having some weird like mental freak out in his own
well, he was
head.
just sort of like, we're not getting out of here. Like he's just like super scared in the corner. But now that like the demon violence thing is done, he could turn into like this giant cockroach and like snap someone's neck off.
I thought it was very similar to the Samuel L. Jackson Deep Blue Sea death.
It's a little like that.
Gio's like screaming like, and yeah, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna kill your friends too. And then like he like comes up behind him and gets him like out of nowhere. And like the way it's shot is very similar. Like it's a close up on his face. I thought it was very
Yeah,
similar to that.
Gio's a reprehensible character, so it's meant to be a really satisfying moment. I wish the special effect was a little better.
Yeah, I actually I get it is bad, but I think we've seen worse actually.
Definitely, it's not noticeably
Like that
terrible,
snake a
but
couple episodes ago that Willow spits out was worse.
you're right.
Like the
You're right.
last, but was that the last Buffy episode?
Yeah,
Part two, bargaining part two,
that's
and
right.
yeah. So
Actually, I
I
think it was part one because
oh
part
really?
two. Remember, part one ends with Buffy like waking up in the coffin.
True. So she had already done the spell. Good
Yeah,
point. Yeah. And so everyone's leaving. I like this where Wesley and Fred they get in a taxi together and they ride off. And
Gunn's got a moment where when he first walks into Caritas and Fred's up on stage singing, he's kind of into it.
say it again. Who's into who?
Gunn is like, Fred looks cute up there, man. We've had like two moments between Gunn and Fred now. That one,
Right.
and then that other one where he was like, well, "Hey,
Cute
I'm
girl.
walking with a cute girl at night. What's the problem?" Yeah, there's something going on there.
True. You're right about that. I feel like I actually didn't catch this moment here. I feel like she's had more moments with kind of both Wesley and Angel.
She's had moments with all three of them. Yeah,
Right. That's what's interesting. I'm sorry we're just like putting her in a corner like she has to be with one of these guys, but they are kind of like she has had weird like awkward moments with them where it's kind of set up that way.
I think they're all sort of enchanted by her, but like
Yes, that's a good word.
nobody wants to make a move because she's been through a lot.
Yeah, enchanted. That is good. She is enchanting. There's something very interesting about her.
Hmm.
Um. So yeah. So that's what happens there, and Gunn and Angel talk, and a weird moment where Gunn is like, "I hope you know you can trust me because I didn't kill you," and Angel's like, "No, I'll know I can trust you when I need you to kill me, and you do kill me." It's like, what? What are you talking about? Why do you want it? Why do you want Gunn to kill you?
Angel's just always thinking about the moment he's gonna turn evil. Like he's like, I want someone to kill me immediately.
Right. What was the rooftop scene? Was that with Doyle or was that with Gunn or Wesley? Who was that? That was with Doyle, wasn't it?
What
Weird,
scene are you talking about?
weird moment. I think it's season one with Doyle where Angel and Doyle are on a rooftop having like a deep moment. Like one day, you might have to
Oh
do this
yeah, I think
thing.
it's a balcony.
Okay, but I remember like them looking off into the sun, like
Yeah,
sunset,
yeah,
and
they
they're
are.
like real hard. It might kind of reminded me of that moment there.
Yeah, that moment felt very season one-y to me.
It did. I think we've
Mm.
yeah, right. And then executive producer Joss Whedon, David Greenwald.
That's right.
Cool stuff.
All right, what do you give this one?
3.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Wow, 4 stars.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
I like this one. I wasn't expecting you to like it though. I like this is an episode that like most Angel fans are fairly lukewarm on.
Yeah.
Uh, but I've always liked it.
I liked it, but what's that one where we like go to the party in the city, like guns party,
Guns
and
party.
someone like gets glass. There's like a
Oh yeah. That's First Impressions, season 2, episode 3.
okay, yeah. I feel like it's similar to that, but I like that one more. Can you tell me what Untouched
I
is?
like this one more. Untouched is the one with the telekinetic girl who was like raped by her dad.
Is she? Well, what's her name? She was a good wolf from your heart.
Bethany Chalk.
Shock, yeah. So what I think I'll do is I think I'll go between First Impressions and that one. I'll go number 30
Oh, I'm not a lot
between
higher.
First Impressions and Untouched. Where do you want me to start with you?
Where do we have hmm,
It's under the Pylea stretch, right?
where do we have the thin dead line?
Is that really low? Oh, that's really low. That's 40. 40 of
Oh, holy
46.
shit, really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I've had trouble.
What's at 30?
30 is the ring.
All right, count me up from the ring.
I've got you under my skin. Happy anniversary. That vision thing last week's episode or 2 weeks, whatever episode.
Mm-hmm.
Reprise.
All right.
Untouched.
All right. You could put this between Reprise and that vision thing.
Wow. So you really like this more than episode 2?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's my least favorite. I think that vision thing was my favorite according to my list. I went 2-1-3 this season, and you go 1-3-2.
that's right.
Wow. So pretty different so far.
That's right, baby. But season 3's got some of my favorite stretches of Angel ever.
Hmm.
I'm here, let me see. I'm looking at you episodes 7 through 9 and episodes 13 to the end of the season, basically.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow, we're taking off the second half. And then into season 4, we don't really stop,
I love season
according
4.
to you.
Yeah.
My MVP, I'm gonna go with Gunn for this one. Shout out to Gunn. I thought he nailed it. What's his name again? I forget.
J. August Richards.
Yeah, we don't say his name enough. J. August Richards. He's really good.
What if I'm gonna give it to Geo?
That's all right. I think I would go him for the LVP.
Wow. All right.
Only because
Fair.
like I had such a problem, such a
I
disconnect.
know. I know.
But he's good. Like in other roles, I could see him totally working.
Oh, you know what though? I want to say alternate MVP for me is that white guy, the white monster in the with the big gulp,
Right. Yeah. That's a good one.
because he makes me sad.
Mm-hmm.
Cowering demon. That's what he's credited as.
So what was your LVP?
Um, I'm gonna go with the baby killing one.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. I like that moment though. It's kind of a funny moment where the guy he's like, "That guy kills babies." He's like, "Yeah, so what?"
Yeah, but then he's doing this whole thing where he's like trying to taunt them, and like if you really listen to his dialogue, it's like gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. So there we go.